So today's interview, it's gonna be you guys' show pretty much. I'm the only non-beaver here, and so there's a real good chance that's gonna Corona. There's a real good chance that's gonna make the first clip.
Yes.
So game time. I got an idea. I don't know if Chris will like it. It's video games. I got Forza. I got Forza Horizon 4, and I say we try to find either a race or some sort of stunt competition in Forza 4. I don't know if you guys have Forza Horizon 4. It's a cool racing game. So that's what I say. Chris, you want to give it a whirl?
Whatever.
You good?
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully,
at this point, we need a little bit of a challenge. I haven't lost yet, so.
All right, let's roll. Some of that. Okay, hit B.
In rock.
There you go. This is official. Car's back.
Don't think about it too much, though. Stay true.
Bunny hop.
Ooh, you get a good angle. Ooh,
This is gonna be a good one.
dead center.
Be a good one. It's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
a good one. It's gonna be a good one. 6:59. That's gonna be tough to beat.
Oh, look out in the woods.
6:59. Oh boy. Oh no, what'd you do? How do I get out of that? Man, it's gonna be tough to beat.
It's a solid angle.
Wiggle. It's in slow motion.
Oh!
671!
What is that? Oh
You can put it on a different setting.
no.
I didn't go in slow motion when I went it.
That was perfect. So what happens when you get it perfect? It goes slow motion.
I don't know. I think you had a little wiggle there right before you went on.
Wiggle right into perfection. It's not ideal, but it'll get us there.
Oh, it's raining now.
Nice.
Come on, that's friction.
Yeah.
That grass is wetter too. Oh boy. Oh no, he's got it. 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 He's got it.
You can go in slow motion.
Oh, 2 feet. 2 feet.
Oh, if my nose wasn't down.
I feel like you put on something different.
I did not put it on anything
Both
different.
those jumps were
There was
higher,
no
but
setting.
I hit it perfect.
Back on the bike. Chris, back on the bike. Back on the bike for the third time in 4 weeks.
Well, you guys keep putting the stupid games
For
on.
today's this or that.
Gaming crap.
First up, Allen Iverson or Steph Curry?
Iverson.
Steph.
Iverson. Paul Pierce, The Truth or Jason Tatum?
Paul Pierce.
I want to say Paul Pierce, but I think by the time Jason Tatum's done, if he stays healthy, I think he could probably go down as possibly the greatest Celtic of all time.
Yeah, this one's tough for me too. Pierce was my favorite player growing up. Tatum might be my favorite player right now. Until further notice.
Whoa. What did you say?
I said Pierce was my favorite player growing up. Tatum might be my favorite player right now.
Okay.
Why? Where are we going with that? I've never said once that LeBron James is my favorite
I know,
player.
but you fight for him tooth and nail.
I think he's great. I think he's great.
Crazy.
But right now I'm going to have to go with Pierce.
Yeah.
Talk to me in 10 years.
I hear you.
Basketball, you want to press or no press?
If I had the team, I would like to press, but a lot of the times it's no press.
So, general statement, like...
Depends on your team, but
You have the best team that you can put together.
I'll press.
Right. You could,
Up tempo.
Yeah.
Even with a shot clock.
Yep, agreed. POD.
what does that mean?
Pressure, overwhelm, and demoralize.
I thought it was discourage.
That's what that's the G-rated version.
I am press as well. Andy Dalton or Jarrett Stidham?
Andy Dalton. Doesn't play for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet.
Well, which quarterback would you take for your team?
Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I mean, Stidham's got to at least prove something, right? I mean, it's. I'm not an Andy Dalton fan at
Right.
all. I'm not a big Cincinnati fan, so I'm not going to dive into the numbers on how much is his fault or not his fault. But has he won a playoff game?
No.
And I've always been on the argument that the quarterback position is unfairly judged on wins and losses. It's a team game. But he's always had a pretty good defense too. Cincinnati's defense has always been
Yeah, he's actually been in the playoffs a decent amount of time, 4 or 5 times.
right. You got coaching, you got defense, you got special teams, you got can you run the I mean it's not all on the quarterback. But if I'm building a team right now, I'm taking someone that's still relatively young, right? He's not old. He's not that
Early
old. is he?
30s maybe, mid 33, 34, I don't know.
The experience I'm taking. Stidham might end up being the man. He might end up having a great career, but right now, there's no way I'm taking an unproven guy.
If I'm the Patriots, I'm taking Stidham. Like the Patriots situation, their financial situation. I just, instead of signing Andy Dalton for $24 million, I'd prefer to just see what Jarrett Stidham is, I guess. But I think Andy Dalton's obviously a better quarterback right now. So as a Patriots fan, I'm going to say Stidham.
Yep.
Steve Bartman or Scott Norwood. So what's the question
That's a
here?
good
Like,
one.
which would you rather be, or which situation was worse?
Who's the biggest heel? Who's the biggest? You know what I mean? If I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick the biggest character heel, it's got to be Bartman, right? At least Norwood. I know he missed some big kicks. I know he missed a huge kick, a relatively. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it isn't like it was a 55-yarder or anything that he missed. And I'm sure he made a lot of clutch field goals to get him there. Steve Bartman, he's known for one thing and one thing only.
Nobody knows where he is.
Yeah, he's in hiding. I think he had to go in hiding.
Yeah.
So yeah, Steve Bartman.
Same, Steve Bartman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bartman too. He's kind of in it alone with a. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Bartman. Skip Bayless or Stephen A. Smith?
Another good one. Who do I like better, or who do I hate less?
Who, if you had to list it, one had to be on your TV for the rest of your life.
Good one.
Which one would it be?
Mine's Stephen A.
Wow.
Well, I haven't listened to Bayless a lot, but isn't he a Brady lover? I think they both are, but I think
Yeah,
Bayless is even more, so I'm going to go Stephen A.
but he's also
Ron hater.
he's also an absolute Ron. I think he's the biggest fan of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Who,
Skip
Bayless?
Bayless.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to pick him. One of the reasons I'm going to pick him, I think, just from a voice standpoint, I think after a month I'd be ready to jump off a bridge if Stephen A. Smith is the only voice I heard in my living room.
Yeah. I would have to go Skip Bayless as well. When my wife never reacts to what's on TV, and the second morning of quarantine, he's on TV, and from the other room,
Stephen A.
yeah, Stephen A. From the other room, she says something along the lines of "Turn that off," or "Why is he yelling so much?" or "Does he always yell?" or something like that.
So if it was Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp on at the same time, would she be saying that? Or is it just because of the time of day that he's on? He happens
Oh,
to be-
right. I think they're both kind of morning shows, but Stephen A. Smith just
For
yells.
some reason, I've never seen Bayless.
He's
in the morning.
FS1.
Oh, that's
Fox
why.
Sports.
That's why.
And if I had to watch one of the two shows, I would watch Skip and Shannon before I would watch Kellerman and Stephen A. But Stephen A. just yells the whole
And Stephen
time.
A. should not be doing MMA.
Right.
Joe Rogan's ready.
That's true.
Joe Rogan is ready to quit his job unless they get rid of Stephen A. Smith.
He makes up words.
Yeah,
I
just
swear
what
he
he's
makes
talking
up
about.
words just to sound like he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
So, yeah, Skip Bayless for all of us, right?
Yep.
No, Miles.
No, you were Stephen A.
You were Stephen A.
All right, so do you want Clayton Kershaw or John Lester?
Playoff Lester all day long.
Lester.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this tough. Kershaw is so great in regular season, even though Lester is too, but
Slouch, right?
it's not even close in the postseason. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Lester too. I don't think Lester gets enough credit for being the
one of the
just
biggest mistakes we've ever made.
workhorse that he is. Just
Was last year like the worst ever for Kershaw?
yeah, he was pretty bad.
Well, just the timing of it. Just come in and give up like
Oh
Yeah.
right,
those runs at the end.
yeah. Oof.
Biggest mistake the Red Sox ever made, letting Lester go? No?
Yes. To me.
Definitely one of them.
But when the-
Clemens would have to be up there too.
Yeah.
When the Astros know what's coming. Oh wait, he didn't go against the Astros last year. Never mind. That 2 years ago was the Astros cheating against him.
Stop mumbling.
It was the Astros cheating against
There
him.
you go.
DJ or band?
Band.
DJ. It depends on the event.
Right.
Like down the dog legs, nothing beat having a band down there. But at like a wedding or something, there's just more diversity with a DJ. You know, you can change up the type of genre that you're listening to, and you got more flexibility than a band.
I'll go DJ. When we initially did it, the first thing I thought of was like a high school band. And then you started talking, I was like, wait, it could be like a country concert or something as a band, but
Right. I mean, when yeah. Concert. I mean, like a rock concert going to. That's a whole different.
so more versatility from a DJ.
More versatility from a DJ for an event.
Above or in-ground pool?
In ground.
Yeah, I think it's
In ground.
that's the only answer, right?
Right.
In-ground.
In ground.
Burgers or pizza?
It's hard. In the summer, grilled burgers. You know, as much as possible.
Do you grill them?
No, what does that mean?
I'm just wondering if you grill them.
I don't cook pizza either. If I'm gonna have a choice in the summer, burgers on the grill, I'll take, on a daily basis. After summer, for the whole rest of the year, pizza.
Pizza.
Even during the summer.
Man. So wait, what's your answer? Or is
That's
it
a good
twofold?
question. It's seasonal.
It's seasonal.
It's seasonal. Pizza, because I'll eat more pizza throughout a 12-month period than burgers.
I'm gonna go burgers. I think it is seasonal though, but I think I enjoy grilled burgers more than pizza the rest of the year.
Yes.
That was way too fast.
Was even
That was quick.
That was way too fast.
That was
Did
quick.
he do this or that?
He
Did you come
helped.
up with some of those? So today's interview, Coach Sam Leal takes over for longtime coach Dick Meader. I'm excited to meet him, but obviously you guys are probably pretty excited too, as it's a a changing of the guard, so to speak, from longtime Coach Meader to getting some young fresh blood in there.
Yeah, no, I know him from playing with him, and he was a little bit younger than me, but from the second he got there as a freshman, you could tell he worked really hard. He was smart. He was a good leader. So I think that's going to translate really well into the position.
Yeah. I think it was a great hire. I think he's already got a couple of recruits that you've seen. Coach Bile that already talked about the McIntyre kid coming to Farmington, and I think he's picked up a couple other good ones. And also, we may have a surprise guest at some point in the interview.
Really?
Yes.
We'll
see.
I've heard rumors of that. Hopefully that happens.
Hopefully.
So, Coach Leal, Coach Meader, thanks for joining us today. First things first, how are you guys? And Coach Leal, you can start. How have you been doing? It's an exciting time for you, obviously being named the new head coach, but probably stressful too with everything going on. So how you been doing?
Doing well.
Not bad.
Sorry, go ahead. It's all good.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I was fortunate to have this whole kind of interview process to keep me really busy during this time. We miss seeing our student athletes on campus all day, every day. That's why we have the best job in the world, is to be able to do that. So with that taken away, we're doing all the same things with Zoom calls and phone calls and texting just to stay in touch with our players. For myself, I try to keep some type of routine, a little exercise in the morning, kind of focus in on one task in the afternoon, and then find something good to watch at night. So it's kind of how I've been staying busy.
Hey, how are you, Coach Meader?
Myself is just get up, have breakfast, walk around the block, have lunch, walk around the block, and have dinner and walk around the block.
Oh,
Not very exciting, except watch the CDC report every so often.
hey.
So there's not much going on.
No, there's not. There's not. Sam, give us a little bit of, maybe Sam, you can touch on your coaching background, and Coach Meader, if you could speak on maybe what you saw in Sam as a player and as his coach moving forward.
Yeah, I was teaching at Greeley High School. I had applied to Springfield College the previous year, and it's a really competitive position. And then it was April in my second year of teaching. Actually, John Furbush had just gotten back from the Final Four and happened to be who also had been to Springfield College, happened to be hanging with Coach Brock. And I get a random call from Coach Brock inviting me to come on down to be a graduate assistant coach at Springfield College. And it was, for me, a dream come true. It was it was a school I kind of always idolized from afar, being the birthplace of basketball. The best resources in Division III for facilities. And it was a really excellent situation. We had a really talented team of players, and we had a group of 3 seniors that were in their second year of being captains. And so it was like this perfect storm of outstanding leadership from those seniors who bought into every ounce of belief that we had as a coaching staff and a team. And we went from a 5-5 team midway through the season, and got a lot of breaks and made a lot of big shots, and went on to the Final Four that year. It was unbelievable. Our second year was a little bit more challenging. We had a new wave of our leadership group it was almost like our sophomores were taking over, rising into their junior year. And we had some hiccups along the way, and battled through them, and were really competitive in the end, but just didn't finish out the way we wanted to. And as coaching works out, you just kind of hang tight until that phone call rings, and John Furbush happened to give me a chance here at Bates. And when I graduated with my master's at Springfield College, it was perfect timing to come on back up to Maine. So it's kind of all luck and timing and all of that. Coach, I'll let you go.
I think the first time with Sam was, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, you and your parents came up for a visit in the spring, I believe, of your senior year in high school.
Yep.
You were thinking about attending Farmington, and you had a family friend, Sonny Lane, that called and recommended U. He's a longtime coach in Massachusetts. And from the start, we had a large group of players coming in at that time, and a varied group. And Sam was instantly the leader of that group. And it was not an easy group to lead, I don't think, all the time. But Sam was the natural leader of it, and did a great job handling all situations with it, and played all 4 years, and helped take the team to the Final Four, to the Final Two in the conference. We lost in overtime at us, and I believe that was the game in senior year.
Yep.
In the final to go on to the NCAA. So Sam his leadership was what really stood out above all there.
Thank you, Coach.
So Sam, Coach Meader is very well known. Yeah, I think he's in every Hall of Fame that there is in the Northeast. How much do you feel any pressure at all taking over for him?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm trying to call him each week, as he knows, to kind of continue to learn from Coach Meader. And I'm really fortunate that he has set us up with an outstanding group of returning players, so that I think it's a situation where we can continue on the foundation that Coach has built at UMF. And then some of the other things I really want to continue on is the amazing alumni connection. I've said this to a few friends, and anytime they're like talking about me being back at UMF, they all talk about that UMF has the biggest group of supporting fans in almost any school in the country. It's unbelievable. I happened to be really good friends with the new SUNY Canton coach last year, and he's like, going to Farmington is the most special experience to play a basketball game than anywhere else. So I want to carry on that type of stuff where I'm staying in contact with as many alums as possible, and then continue to work hard to keep the positive momentum going.
To play off that a little bit, obviously they've had great success over the last couple of years, winning the regular season title in the NAC. Had a great senior class. What do you know about the returners coming back? And I've already seen that you've already brought in, you got pretty good recruits coming in that we've seen online. So what do you feel like is the state of the UMF program right now?
Yeah, I mean, with that outstanding group of seniors, there's 4 1,000-point scores, and I mean, they left a tremendous mark on the program. So there's so much opportunity for all of the returning players and then the new ones to step into some type of role. And I think with those seniors graduating, it also relieves a little bit of pressure on some of the underclassmen that have just played behind just such a talented group of seniors for their years that they've been there so far. So with that kind of lifted relief of pressure on them and opportunity to step up, I'm going to instill confidence in all the returning players, all the new players. It will be competitive to earn positions and minutes, etc. But I'm just really excited about the group that's coming back and the guys coming in. And I know they are because of all that opportunity in front of them with all the big graduation holes.
Coach, what will the Sam Leal coach team look like?
Say it again, Scott, please.
Yeah, the question was for Sam. I'm just curious on what will his team look like? What will the Sam Leal coach team look like?
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, go ahead.
No, who's Scott asking that to?
Go ahead, Coach. What will Sam Leal's coach team look like?
Yeah. The personnel coming back, you'll have a very good point guard and a very good center, and a lot of guys became better all season long during practice that will have that chance to play. And I suspect Sam's team will play solid defense, move the ball, probably much like Springfield played, throughout their last couple years. I'm sure they will be well drilled with fundamentals, and and I think guys will love playing for Sam.
Sam, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Defense is what keeps a good basketball team in every single game, so that will be a constant. And I think I'm going to just try to provide as much extra energy to them and will as much energy and passion I can out of each of the different players to be able to perform at their best every single day. We'll obviously want to play fast, and I want to make sure practices, we're doing a lot of different skill development to train these players to be comfortable with playing fast. So different 3-on-3 full court situations, teaching them how to attack closeouts, teaching them how to get in the lane and kick out for threes. All those different things where our spacing is excellent, our pace is excellent, and we're always in attack mode is what we're going to look to do.
Awesome. What do you think your biggest challenges are going to be going forward? Besides the COVID and everything else that we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, for everyone, there's just no answers right now and a lot of uncertainty. That fall, there's going to be a ton of excitement from September 1 until October. So being a new coach, I got to earn these players' trust as fast as possible and try to get to know them so that we can maximize that, what our leadership group is once we get on campus September 1 so that they can lead a terrific preseason going into October 15th. So all things predicting to be, if all things are normal, that's going to be the biggest area that I really need to focus in on so that we can have a great preseason, because all of these players need game experience that are returning because they just haven't played too many minutes yet. So that September 1 to October 15th has to be excellent. And I need to pour into my leadership groups on the team as much of my beliefs as possible that I want them to lead the group with.
Coach Meader, what would your advice to Sam be? If you could give him any piece of advice, what would that be?
Number one, be yourself. I mean, he's had enough experiences to do a very good job. So number one, be confident there. But I think the willingness to trust his instincts and put in his own program would be very important, to do things that fit the player's abilities, but also fits the way you would like to see the game played. If you can combine those two factors, then he'll be all set. It's going to be a lot of different advice to him probably, but try to simplify and keep things as simple as possible would be of help. But most of all, trust your own instincts and be very willing to learn, but be careful of taking too much information in all at once. Try to get a feel for the player's skills and try to do the things that they do well. Try to stay away from the things they don't do as well, and just be solid and be fundamental.
Thank you, Coach. That's terrific. And actually, especially this time, I'm trying to really practice that sorting through of information because there is so much content that's kind of out there and so many people throwing ideas out there. And everything I see, I need to make sure I check with myself and see if it is something that fits me and how I want to coach, and then also fits the personnel. So thank you.
Perfect. So Sam, any surprises so far? I know it's obviously still very new, and obviously with being inside most of the time, are there any surprises that's happened so far, or anything that's happened you didn't think would happen?
The phone rings 10 times more being a head coach than an assistant coach. That's probably number one. Yeah. And Coach Furbush was warning me for that too. He's like, be ready, watch out. And that whole first week, the phone just kept ringing. And so that would be the number one big surprise and change, I guess.
So this is kind of a fun question, but if you weren't coaching or teaching, what would you be doing? What would Sam be doing?
I honestly can't imagine anything else. I've been coaching and teaching since I was 14. I was that kid that was like the camp coach when I was coaching the same age kids throughout high school. I mean, dream job would be like a professional golfer.
Yes. How about you, Coach Meader? Can you answer that one? What would Coach Meader have done if he wasn't a coach?
Well, I probably would have been a woodsman back in Solon.
There it is. Yep.
Lived on a farm, probably.
Yep.
So
my whole family is sales engineers too, so that kind of runs deep. They work TNT, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 to 2.
But from coaching from now on will be not a damn thing that I'll be doing.
So this is for both of you. We'll start with Sam. So for Sam, name the top 5 players you played with or coached, and same with Coach Meader.
First come to mind is Ben Johnson and Andrew Dickey. Ben was just a dominant force in Division III. His athleticism for his size was I haven't seen many players like him in Division III, so he was special. Andrew Dickey was just super tough and could shoot the three. I got fortunate to coach an All-American, Jake Ross, at Springfield College, and his work ethic is second to none. People always say stories of like guys that come back from away games and go and shoot on the gun till 11 p.m. He was that guy. He was swinging by our office all the time to kind of steal our staff's advice and what we were thinking, things like that, so that he could improve his game. So he was special, Jake Ross. The other player at Springfield too was Heath Post, and he ended up finishing with about 1,700 points and over 1,000 rebounds. He had impeccable timing. It's an unbelievable skill to be able to wall up and contest shots without fouling, and he did it over and over and over again. And he was only about 6'5", 6'6", and he played the big man for us. And then here at Bates, we had a really special talent. His name is Jeff Spellman, and he was someone from December through to the end of the season. He was in the gym with me. It felt like at least 3 to 5 times a week, and he was just so dedicated to kind of improving his skill set, but also kind of fine-tuning and just cleaning up some of his skills and talents throughout the day, and then come back and he'd be locked in at practice every day, win every single sprint, incredible shape, and a really good leader as well. So that's my 5.
It'd be tough.
Yeah, Coach Meader, it could be tough.
Yeah, I'd rather not say who the 5 would be, because, you leave out somebody and,
right,
that type of thing. But the one thing I do know, though, when you talk about better players, the better the players, the better you are as a coach.
Yeah.
never forget that they're the ones that dictate how well you do more than the coach. And been fortunate. And another thing, Sam, too, a lot of our players at Farmington, the better players perhaps, have been transfers many times. So we've had, been fortunate that way to have a lot of transfer. And the biggest thing to me is being Maine kids. We've been successful with having Maine players, and it's been a place for Maine players to play, and that's been nice. And obviously the guys that go out and on to coaching has been many. So, being the cradle of coaches is a good term for Farmington. So.
Absolutely.
So Dan, before we get into the this and that segment, if you could steal the knowledge or talent of someone living, who would it be? It has one male and one female. The talent or the knowledge of one individual.
Coach, you first.
Now, I have to be careful on this. Now, are you talking about somebody you'd like to meet? My question in interviews, or are you talking of talent?
It's definitely developed from your question, yes. But it's if you could steal the knowledge or talent of one individual, who would it be?
Well, I think Dick Whitmore is one of the brightest people I've ever met. And he certainly has a great talent, great mind, knowledge, innovative, all those type things. And I would talk about him. For a female, my wife probably is somebody who would probably is the toughest person I've ever met, and just literally when she was teaching, she'd go to bed at 3:00, up at 6:00, just preparing and correcting papers. And there's not a paper she's ever assigned that she hasn't read every word in it and corrected it. So there's two people probably. So.
I'm gonna go with Steve Nash is always my idol, so that would be one. And again, it's probably his smarts, but also like the work ethic piece. I think that all goes into account kind of with that question. And we all like to think that we're the hardest working people and have great drive, but those professional athletes, they're wired a little bit different between the years in terms of what their work ethic and their preparation and their kind of smarts on the court are. So he'd be my go-to. For a female, great answer, Coach. My mom, she's working from home right now, and so no one's watching. You're working from home. You can do kind of your thing. She will not leave her seat until the clock strikes 4:00, and it's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. So I mean, it's like I like to think I got a lot of smarts and work ethic from her, but yeah, I've never seen anyone that starts exactly on time every single day and then ends exactly on time every single day. It's unbelievable. And I'll get a call from her at like 4:02. It's like, hey, Mom, did you just get up from work? And I think it's the funniest thing in the world right now. So and I don't think there's many other people that are doing it like that. So
I know I'm not. You want to let Coach go? What? Doing this and that. You got to do this and that. You want to have him do it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to get into a segment that we call This or That, where I give you two options and you have to pick one or the other. It could be sports related, it could be random, but I'll give you two and you pick one. Okay? All right, we'll start with Sam and then we'll go Coach Meader. Scrambled or over easy eggs?
Scrambled.
Repeat it again, please.
Scrambled or over easy eggs?
Over easy.
So, so with a GIF, is it GIF or GIF?
GIF.
GIF.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Tiger or Phil?
Phil.
Phil.
Ooh, two
No
Phils.
hesitation.
Wow.
Lefty.
In basketball, defensively, press or don't press?
I'm a don't press.
Don't press.
Press. Connor Hassan or Chris Hassan?
Connor Assen.
Connor Hassan. Off the court abilities.
Yeah.
Great answers.
Allen Iverson or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
Curry.
Paul Pierce or Jason Tatum?
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, Paul Pierce.
Lake or ocean?
Ocean. All day.
Say that one again, please.
Lake or ocean?
Ocean.
Duke or UNC?
UNC.
Neither.
Good call.
Who's your team?
Virginia.
Oh, okay. And last but not least, MJ or LeBron?
MJ.
MJ.
Yeah.
Coach Leal, because of those answers, I'm only 15 minutes away down in Jay. You need anything, give me a holler.
Got it. Hey, Scott, it's actually, I think it's first time we've met each other here, so great to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah.
That's all for that segment.
Okay.
We done here?
Yeah, guys, thanks for hopefully the episode will be up in a few days. Coach Meader will send you the link. We appreciate it. I think this will be a popular one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Coach, great to see you.